Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about the new fragrance from Prada. And this is the Prada Paradoxe Radical Essence. So I do have a sample here and I am almost finished my second sample. It's just a little bit here. So what does it mean? Usually when I'm through my second sample, it means that there's something, well, I cannot really make up my mind about the fragrance, or I did make up my mind about the fragrance, otherwise I wouldn't be doing the video, but it took me some time to do that. Usually when I really am sure of what I think, half of sample is enough, but this one, it took me 2 samples. Anyway, we do have a new installment in Prada Paradoxe line, and this one is Paradoxe Essence with pistachio. So the notes are pretty simple. We have pistachio, we have neroli, and also we have sandalwood. I have to tell you right off the bat, sandalwood isn't salty. It doesn't remind of pickles. Sometimes sandalwood has this quality, it does remind of pickles, and this one doesn't, so it's fine. If you're afraid of sandalwood just like that, don't be afraid. This one is an okay sandalwood. It's just a woody sandalwood, very pleasant. So I also have to say that I'm absolutely not agreeing with people that say that this one is just exactly like the first one, the Prada Paradoxe, that I have here in a small size, but I do have it in 10 ml as well, but 10 ml is made like a long bottle. So I do have this one, the classic one. This is the Prada Paradoxe, the flagman, and some people say that this Prada Paradoxe Radical Essence is just like this one, but with pistachio. And let's agree to disagree. Let's agree on the fact that we have different perceptions, different noses, different ideas on what the fragrances are. And this one isn't that. This Prada Paradoxe Radical Essence isn't the classic Prada Paradoxe with pistachio. Let's start from that. I'm not gonna compare the fragrances. There's no need. If you will go and you will check on the olfactive stories of one versus another, I might even put them here. It's a totally different fragrance stories. So Paradoxe Classic one is a white flower. Is a sweet white flower with zesty beginnings, and it's very pleasant as a crowd pleaser. Beautiful fragrance, really easy to wear. This one, the Radical Essence, isn't sweet. It isn't sweet at all. So this is a difference that I just can't close my eyes and I just can't say, well, yeah, you do you. I have to tell you that it's not sweet. So if you are looking for a fragrance that is sweet or sweeter for like upcoming holiday season, it's not gonna be that. So let's go to the fragrance itself. How do I like the fragrance? The reason why it took me so long, to understand whether I like it or not, this fragrance, is because the dry down of this fragrance is absolutely masculine, and I don't have anything against masculine leaning fragrances or masculine fragrances. I do have them in my collection and I do use them myself. So, but if you are searching for the girly fragrance, the pistachio, the happiness, the brightness, nuttiness, and you do have it, but then you have the bitter scent. This scent is absolutely bitter in the dry down. Absolutely. So you have to keep that in mind. If you're fine with bitterness, and I don't mind bitter fragrances, especially in summer, especially if it's like white flowers, especially if it's like lemon flowers or orange flowers, and it's just the bitterness that is very zesty, very beautiful, and very refreshing, I'm all for that. But I know that not all people love bitter fragrances, and this one is bitter. Now let's go to the pistachio, which is the most interesting part in my opinion. My myself, I didn't find this fragrance to be pistachio fragrance. I find this fragrance to be nutty fragrance. So pistachio, no, but nutty, yes. It does have this nuttiness, this roundness, like this cozy feeling, almost like this Christmassy, like maybe roasted chestnuts, maybe like nuts that are, you know, this mix that you add to the hot wine, something like that. Not a pistachio in my opinion. Also, I have seen on Fragrantica that some people compare this Radical Essence to this one, which is Elisab Girl of Now, because it has pistachio. I don't see any other similarities between the two fragrances, and they are not the same. Absolutely not. This fragrance is absolutely different. It's absolutely beautiful and girly and loud and fun. And the Prada Paradoxe Radical Essence, I don't want to say that it's lackluster for me, but I don't particularly like it. I don't know, people. I've tried. I really tried. I'm not hating on the fragrance. For me, it's just nothing that stands out. It's like nothing that is pretty. Like, the first fragrance was fine. Did we need another white flower loud fragrance? Probably not. But this one is like, it's pistachio, it's bitter, it has some neroli, it has some sandalwood. It's like a woody, bitter, nutty fragrance. It's not an outstanding fragrance in a way that it doesn't really stand out. It doesn't really say like pick me up. And if you would put like 10 other nutty fragrances, I'd probably pick something else. So it's just, it's not, there's nothing interesting in this fragrance, in my opinion. Nothing interesting for me personally. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't buy this fragrance. I did have 2 samples. I'm finishing the second sample. There's nothing in this fragrance that, you know, captivate me. If I would have to buy a fragrance from this line, I would probably opt for the first one. And I did opt for the first one because I did got myself, you know, a small package where I have this little teeny tiny mini size 7 ml, and then the tube kind of fragrance, which is like 10 ml, and it's gonna suffice because I do have a lot of white flowers. So yeah, it's uninspired. I felt really uninspired. I did have high hopes for this fragrance, to be honest with you, but yeah, it just didn't, no, it didn't click with me, this fragrance. I'm not saying that it's bad, just that I'm saying that I didn't get pistachio that I was hoping for. The white flower, well, the neroli, it's there, but it's just the bitter part of it. I mean, there's nothing that I would write home about. The longevity of this fragrance is fine, is okay. It's not as longevous as the ones that I have tried before. Like this week I was trying some fragrances that I'm gonna review soon, but it's like 5 hours. You'll get like pretty standard 4 to 5 hours, so no problem here. The dry down is bitter. Keep in mind that if you don't like bitter, because it's kind of bitter-ish in the beginning, but it's not as bitter as a dry down. You have to understand that it's bitter in the dry down. So don't be overexcited. Don't go for the full bottle, and then you will end up not using the full bottle that you've got for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I wanted to tell you about the fragrance. I mean, again, not hating on the fragrance. I'm fine with the fragrance, but you know, there's nothing that I would recommend you getting your hard-earned money and spending them for this fragrance in particular. And because there's so many other pistachio fragrances on the market, if you really are for pistachio fragrance, I would recommend you Mugler Stellar, Mugler Alien, no, Angel Stellar, which is like the bright blue bottle, beautiful, beautiful pistachio fragrance. Yeah, so I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday, because I do have some other fragrances to talk to you. So I'm gonna take Friday as an extra day, and I will probably tell you about Cacharel Ella Ella fragrance that I'm currently testing. Bye.